Hello, viewers. So we are back again with Highway, the band. We listened to a couple of their tracks in past. One of them, the most prominent one, was Gorgadi, which we absolutely loved. I think we mentioned in our Q&A video as well that it is one of the tracks that remains in our playlist. And today we are listening to Obosthan or Obosthan, please correct me. Um, and it was their debut track as far as the description goes. So it was released way back in 2012 or created way back in 2012 by Ether, their lead vocalist and lyricist, and I think guitarist as well. So,
and poet and everything.
Mr. 360. But I listened to the unplugged version of this track and I loved it. So this is probably the second time that I'm listening to the original or this version. Do you want to add something or should we get started?
Yeah, so why I got floored by this track was a
Mm-hmm.
completely different reason
Okay.
because of poetry.
Okay.
But we
Interesting.
will come to that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Three, two, one, play.
In the beginning, the artwork felt like Maya Cycle.
It is completely unlike my cycle.
তুমি
Yes.
সাইকেল চালানো শিখবে তাই আমি আজও সাইকেলে ঘুরে বেড়াই শুধু ছলনায় তোমার ছোঁয়া মেলে না তুমি কবিতাগুলো পড়বে তাই আমি আজও রাত জেগে ছন্দ সাজাই রাত শেষে শুধু ভোর ফিরে আসে না আমি তোমাকে বুঝিয়ে দেবই তাই ব্যাগে আজও রাখি ফিজিক্স বই শুধু তুমি নেই তাই বইটা খুলি না তুমি ছুঁড়ে ফেলে দেবে এই ভয়ে আমি সিগারেট আজও লুকিয়ে শুধু এখন তো কেউ বারণ আর করে না তুমি এত সহজেই ভুলতে পারো অন্য কাউকে জড়িয়ে ধরো আমি কেন শুধু ভুলে যেতে পারি না আজ অবাক লাগে তোমায় দেখে আমায় আজ তোমার অচেনা লাগে এত ভালো অভিনয় কেন জানি না তুমি চশমাটা খুলে রাখবে তাই আমি আজও ভুল করে পেছনে তাকাই শুধু কালোই চোখ দুটো দেখি না আমি আজও আনমনে হারিয়ে যাই তাই ভুল করে এই
Oh my
হাতটা
God.
হারাই শুধু তোমার কোমল ছোঁয়া মেলে না তুমি লিখবে আমায় এই ভেবে আমি
Thinking about past.
অপেক্ষা তবে অপেক্ষার শেষ কবে জানি
Oh my God.
তুমি ভাবনা জামাই নিয়ে আমি স্মৃতিগুলোকেই জড়িয়ে শুধু নতুন করে স্বপ্ন দেখি না
funny voice when he's having.
এত সহজেই ভুলতে পারো, আমি কেন শুধু ভুলে যেতে পারি না? অচেনা তুমি কিভাবে করো চেনা ওই মুখটাকে, অবাক লাগে কি বিবেক তোমার। তুমি ভাবো না যে আমায় নিয়ে আমি স্মৃতিগুলোকেই জড়িয়ে শুধু নতুন করে।
Whew. Ooh. Ah, damn it.
Oh. So Highway, this particular track feels like it was created out of a real life story or real life situation, and many people can gravitate towards it. It feels like, even looking at the lyrics as well.
The lyrics are so painful, so
Hmm.
beautiful. They are just so brilliant. Um, I spent a lot of time to just try to chop and stitch the lyrics together just to make the sense out of it,
Hmm.
and then somehow I got the picture. I got to a very good translation.
Hmm.
Yeah, do you want me to
Yeah,
kind of give the
go
yeah?
ahead.
Just for you, you know. So in the first verse, he is describing his past relationship with that
Hmm.
girl, that they used to ride bicycles, and
Yeah.
he used to. I mean, it's a gist of it, right? He used to teach the how to ride the bicycles, right?
Yes.
And what he used to do for her. There's this one line that um, embodies the whole verse.
Hmm.
It says that I'm afraid you will throw away the cigarettes. That's why I'm hiding it from you. But now no one does it.
Go on, David.
In their past relationship, when he used to smoke, that girl used to come to him and
Out of
used to
care.
throw away
Yeah.
those, yeah, out of love, out of care, used to throw away the cigarettes, and that's why he used to hide it. And he's just remembering all those things,
Hmm.
and now no one does it to him, right? And yeah, there were this uh, beautiful poetry. You will wear the verses, the poems.
Hmm.
So I stay awake during the nights to arrange the beats, the
Beats.
rhythm of
Hmm.
the poem. But that night now doesn't the dawn doesn't come now
Yeah.
of those nights.
Oh,
You know, it's. I mean, of course, I am butchering the whole thing, but it has to be read. It has to be understood. It has to be felt to totally capture the what's being sung here and how painfully it's being sung here.
yes.
In the next verse, he goes to say that now that you have embraced someone else, how easily you have embraced someone else, you have accepted someone else,
Yes.
while here I am, I just couldn't move on. I just couldn't forget. I just couldn't move on. I'm surprised to see you today, and you look at me like a stranger. I'm
Yes.
completely. And how hurtful, how painful that is to him, right? And he just couldn't understand that how that person can act this way, whether they're
Hmm.
acting or if they're acting, how well they're acting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not to show the recognition, not to show the past, right? And then yeah, he goes on to say that I just can't move on
Yeah.
with the further lyrics.
Yeah.
Oh shit. So again, I'm not comparing this song, but what I'm gonna say is that I haven't gone through this kind of situation in my life, right? But there are other songs that have invoked this kind of pain when you listen to this kind of song, even if you haven't experienced a breakup,
Yes.
a painful breakup, you can still uh, feel the pain and emotion of that song. So we recently heard Barsson Ke Baad,
Hmm. I'm
right?
a
And
jazzer.
to me, Amazon Save, and to me, the pain and the suffering and the emotion and the the theme was very similar. बरसों के
Yeah.
बाद देखा एक शख्स दिल रुबा सा,
Hmm.
अब जहन में नहीं है पर
पर
नाम
नाम
था
था भला सा.
दिलरुबा सा, पर नाम सा भला सा, yes.
Hmm.
So it was very similar that he saw a person after a long time and they felt like strangers,
Yes.
right? Uh, and then I kept listening, I kept listening, I kept listening. I Because again the poetry is so beautiful and the way he has sung, and then it reminded me of another song which had that much pain.
Hmm.
Again, I'm not comparing, it's just that it reminds me of the pain and suffering is um, the Amitabh Bachchan song.
Hmm.
uh, okay, it's completely for, the Amitabh Bachchan song when Jia
I'm
Bachchan
trying to think.
is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
wedded to someone else. सुहाग रात है घूंघट उठा रहा हूं मैं,
Hmm. Yeah. I'm forgetting the initial line of
कभी
it.
कभी कभी
कभी कभी
कभी
मेरे
मेरे
दिल
दिल में
में
ख्याल
ख्याल
आता है,
आता है. Yes.
कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है कि तुझे बनाया गया है मेरे
मेरे
लिए.
लिए. Yeah. That's so
Growing
true.
up in my teenage years, sometimes, especially in my late teens and early 20s, sometimes when I used to hear this song, that song "Kabhi Kabhi Mere Dil Mein Khayal Aata Hai," I could just feel the pain
Yeah.
of that person sitting there imagining that their loved one is ma- married to someone else,
Not only
and
married but
how,
moved on.
yeah, and how painful of is that experience to think about that person moved on, that person could do that,
And so
and
well put.
here that person is just sitting there and just couldn't move on and just thinking about,
Hmm.
huh. And this, again, not comparing, but this song had that kind of pain and suffering, and the video, how well the
How
video
well.
depicted the whole
The artwork
story
is
that they are
brilliant.
riding in their childhood, in their formative years. They are riding the bicycles together, and then the girl disappears, and then somehow the girls appear with someone else to have a portrait made of them.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
Actually, it reminds me of another track. Again, not comparing, but there is a track from an Irish band, the script called Break Even. And it also, the lines are pretty painful, just trying to emote that the person is in a state of denial. They cannot just believe that their loved one has moved on. And here as well, the way Ether has composed it and also sung it, the way he has sung those chorus lines are just amazing. There's a line at the end which is loosely, if you translate it, as it's that I wonder what kind of conscience do you have, and it is so amazing. He's just asking the question to that person, and the kind of pain that he emotes through his voice in that verse is just brilliant.
Well, yeah, actually, this last line does kind of sum up
Yes,
the
it
whole
completely
thing, right?
sums up. It completely sums up. Oof. But I think
Oh,
Highway,
okay. I mean, Aether, the kind of poet he is, so in Chaya.
yes, in
In
Chaya.
Chaya, the kind of poetry there was, again, the sense of grief and longing of
Mm.
losing. I think it was about losing his grandparent,
Grandparent,
or
yeah, grandfather, I think.
right,
Yeah.
grandfather, yeah. And the the poetry, the deepness of the meaning of that particular song. Then we had Khorgari. That was musically something else.
Oh my God.
This
Yeah.
was right. They have matured over time and all that, but this. debut track, and this beautiful lyrics. Again, on the video, what I tried to do was again try to give a gist of the lyrics.
Hmm.
Although I am assuring everyone that I got a very good version somehow.
Hmm.
I reached to it. Anyways, this shows that from the very beginning, Highway Scalper is
Absolutely.
just top notch.
It's
Top
top
notch.
notch. That's true. Oh,
I wonder that Ether writes poetry or has published a separate set
could
of
be.
like a book or something, poetry, or is it's just for the lyrics? Does he write for other people as well? Because the gift that he has,
Yeah.
he shouldn't keep to himself or Highway.
As far as I know, he also does some solo work apart from Highway. So I haven't explored his solo work much, but I would love to listen to his solo work at least to get the lyrics because the beauty lies within the lyrics of these tracks, especially with Highway.
Right. I just wanna request everyone who's watching this video that do listen to or do watch one of our videos that we did for Barson ke Baad. I will link it up here,
Hmm.
and yeah, go through that video. And I think that video also had a lot of similar lines. A lot of
Yes.
parallels with this one.
Yeah.
uh, we could connect with it far more for other reasons because again we grew up listening to that song, right? And
Hmm.
we could consume, digest the pain and emotion and poetry far better than we could hear.
Yeah.
But this was again, wow.
Oh, wow. Wow. I mean, um, we probably, at least if I talk about myself, I also love the track Jodi Shore Jai that we did from Highway. It was also one of the most beautiful tracks that we recently listened to. But again, this is just kind of a throwback, a track that we listened from past, and it's wonderfully done. They were pretty raw back then, but it's still the emotions come across, and this is the beauty of the music. Oh, thank you so much for whoever suggested this track again. And someday probably we'll listen to unplugged version as well because that hits on a different level. But we will definitely explore more of their work. All right then. Thank you so much for experiencing it with us, and we will see you on the next one. Until then, take care. Goodbye.